Boy, is there anything more fun and more relaxing than just picking up a stick, whittling away on it? Well, here we are at the observation deck again. I was out here a couple days ago and it was all foggy. Today we got bright sunshine, got a light breeze, making it a little bit brisk out here, but it's around, I don't know, 30 degrees or so. But I thought I'd come out and do a Way Back Wednesday video. Way Back Wednesday, that great open tag started by our friend Warthog. You know, the man, the legend, and the curator of cutlery, Warthog himself. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be discussing some of these Colonial Forestmaster knives. And I found out some pretty interesting things. So the way this video is going to start, I'm going to send you back to the International Knife Delights International Recording Studio. Got a couple granddaughters that initially helped me talking about this knife, and we start the process of cleaning the knife up. Then you're going to be seeing just a few minutes of me cleaning up this classic knife. And you know, while you're doing that, whittling is a lot more fun when you have a sharp blade. So I'm going to be using this here Work Sharp that RJ sent to me. I'm going to touch up this blade, and so go ahead, enjoy the video, and we'll see you back here in a minute, and we're going to go over some what I think to be some fascinating facts about this Colonial knife. Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. We're going to be looking at this four-bladed Forestmaster knife. But hey, I've got a couple of guests here in the Knife Delights International Recording Studio. I got two granddaughters. Say hi, granddaughters.
Hi.
Hi. And you've got a knife. Do you want to hold your knife right up here and they'll see it? Wow, what a big knife that is, isn't it? Do you like that knife?
Yeah, I want to keep it.
Yeah, you want to keep it? Okay. Well, hey, I got this knife the other day at a couple weeks ago now at an antique store. And it's the same store. I found this three-bladed Forestmaster that I did a review on earlier. And so I picked up its brother, I guess. And this is four-bladed. It has a little bit of stuff down here on the tang that needs cleaned up. We'll just take it apart or open it up here real quick. And you can see some of the stuff that's on the pivots there. Needs to be cleaned out. Those blades need cleaned off just a little bit. And we'll check down here in the channels. Oh, I'm just being invaded. Oh my goodness. I have quite an audience here in the International Recording Studio. Yeah. Let's try to open this up without cutting ourselves. It's not good to cut yourself, is it?
No.
What do you have to do when you're working with knives? You got to be very careful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you touch these knives without Grandpa knowing about it? Nope. You leave them alone, don't you? Yep.
Can I try cutting it?
What's that?
Can I try cutting it?
Can you try cutting with it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we should.
This toy knife.
Oh, with that one, I don't know. Look at this down here in the channel. So there's a piece of paper or something down in there. Let's see what that is. Huh. That is interesting. I don't know what that says. Do you know what that says?
Yeah.
Can you read that? Be careful. Don't try to open it or tear it. Let's let it dry out first. That's interesting. And let's see if we get anything else out of here. Just real quick. Yeah, a little bit of stuff. It's actually not looking too bad down in there. Okay, which one of you girls stole my flashlight?
I didn't.
You didn't.
Is it right there?
Well, no, here's the one I'm looking for. This is the one that my friend John sent me, so I like to use this one. Then we can see down in there. Yeah, there's some rust down there in the bottom. See down in there? Can you see how dirty it is? Yeah. So I tell you what, rather than mineral oil, you can see a bunch of rust there. We're going to give it a little bit of a bath in Evapor Rust. Let it soak for an hour or two. We'll pull it out, clean on it just a little bit. Well, let me get the evaporust real quick. I wasn't ready for evaporust. I thought we'd go right to mineral oil. Here we go. Here's some evaporust. Stick her down in there. We'll let her soak for an hour or two and get some of that rust out of there. Well, I let it soak in the evaporust for about an hour and a half or 2 hours. Took it out, rinsed it off, let it drip dry a little bit here. Let's just kind of see what we have. Dry it off. There's that Colonial with the patent number on it. And we'll see here. Yep, a lot of that stuff's just wiping off now. Look at that different kind of can opener we got there. And so want to get down here and look. Yeah, with that evaporust, it saves a lot of scrubbing sometimes. A lot of the stuff then will just wipe off. USA there on that tang stamp. And let's look down in here, down in the well, or down in the channels. Yep, started to get some of that stuff out of there. It sure loosens it up. You'll just see here real quick. Oh, that just makes a huge difference, doesn't it? It's not clean yet, but I'll just work on it here just a little bit, and then I'm going to throw it in some mineral oil. Well, what I have for us here today are 3 different Forest Master camp knives made by Colonial. And this is the one I just got cleaned up. And you can see it has a brown inlay, or a brown cover. And I previously showed you this one. This is a 3-blade, again with the brown cover instead of black. And then I have one of the more later models, this one here in black, 4-bladed. So I found out some interesting information. Colonial knives are, well, they're kind of hard to date because they really didn't change their tang stamp any. But in doing some research here, I look at the tang stamp on this. They're Colonial, Providence, Rhode Island, and it says patent pending on it. Well, I was able to find out some patent information. And the patent was applied for in 23 November 1942, and it had to do with a way of how they were attaching their covers, I believe. So it was applied for in 42, and it was granted in 1943. So you see this one says patent pending. Well, they wouldn't be putting patent pending on knives after 1943. So I am assuming that this knife was made in probably 1942 or 43. Now we move over here to this one, and we can see there's the patent number on it. So this one would have been made after 1943 because the patent had been issued, and I found out that the patent expired in 1960. So, you know, we're dating this knife then probably, you know, 1943 or 44 up until 1960. Now we look at this knife, we look at the tang stamp, and it's just, you know, Colonial, Providence, USA. Yep, this one says Colonial and the patent number. This one says Colonial, Providence, Rhode Island, not Providence, USA. So there's a little difference in the tang stamps. So I am believing that these two knives here are much older than what this one is here. Some other interesting things here as we look at the jigging. You see that kind of jigging there. And on this one, it has like a stag, simulated stag jigging on it. Another interesting thing is, on this later model, we have a punch, or an awl. And on this four-bladed one, it's a pen blade instead of an awl. So there's another little difference. Interesting, same knife, same company, but yet there's differences throughout the years. One other interesting thing that I found is we'll look at this can opener here. Get my glove back on. My hands are getting cold. Here we go. Okay. So look at the can opener on this one. We have the same one on the three-bladed one. We see how it's almost sharpened there, like a swedge into the can opener there, sharpened. And if we look at this one, we can see this one doesn't have that. There's a good shot of it. Also, this is curved up more to a point. So yeah, little subtle differences between the years and the different knives. Wow. Well, I tell you what, that wind really gets to you and it can make you chilly quick. So I'm going to end right here. Thanks everyone for watching. Down in the lower right hand corner, I'll put a link to one of my playlists, the Big Round Knife Delights there. Well, hit that if you'd like to subscribe. Down in the lower left hand corner, well, that's just the next video that YouTube thinks you should watch. So until next time, from the observation deck, have a very delightful day.